Hi, welcome to the next episode of Karmic Talks about the paintings of hell. So today we're going to continue, okay? For the past few episodes, we have been talking about the actions, okay? That no killing, no stealing, and no sexual misconduct. So those are actually in actions, right? So any wrongdoings pertaining to the wrong actions, like you kill, you steal, or you have sexual misconduct, all these will bring you down to one of the hell realms, okay, depending on what kind of misdeeds you have done. So other than actions, there is also words, okay, in terms of speech. So in terms of speech, there are four, okay? No lying, no abusive speech, no slander, and no enticing speech, okay? For those of you who have read my text inside the X platform, Twitter platform, you would have seen that what they are, the benefits of not lying, not saying abusive speech, not slandering, and not having enticing speech, right? So this video is an elaboration. Well, we're going to start with no lying, okay? So no lying. When we talk about no lying, it is like to either intentionally or unintentionally deceive others is considered dishonesty, a sin by itself, which is clearly an excuse to cover up one's own unwholesome action, okay? The unwholesome action that we're talking about also include what today we call as incompetence, okay? Or anything that you want to cover up, your dirty tactics, right? Your dirty acts of corruption, of doing any bad things to other people, right? So in this modern society, there is something that people like to call as white lie. Are white lies okay? White lies are not okay, okay? Not in terms of karma. Whether your intention, you say that I cover up, I have this white lie so that they will not be hurt, okay? You don't want to hurt them, you just don't do them, right? In terms of how our Gautama Buddha did it, if it is a speech that requires him to lie to make the other person feel better, he prefer not to say anything. He will just keep quiet, okay? This is something that we should learn, all right? Instead of telling lies, cooking up stories, right? You might as well don't say anything, okay? You might as well don't say anything. Don't give yourself the excuse of a white lie even, because white lies are still lies. It may make the listener feel better, but it is still a lie. And you lie that person into feeling good, into feeling better, but in the end, the hurt is even more, okay? So we are going to look at what are the benefits of not lying. Okay, not lying. If people, again, Dragon King. If people give up lying, they will receive 8 kinds of praise by celestial beings. Okay? Note that this is not about human beings. Human beings are just so ignorant. But if you are praised by celestial beings, then you are ichiban. Okay, so what are the 8s? Number 1, their mouths are always pure without bad breath and have the fragrance of a blue lotus flower. Okay, a lot of times when we look at what we have now, modern technology, you eat this, then it eliminates bad breath. Okay, you cleanse your body, then you eliminate bad breath. But if you were to look at what's going on in this dimension, okay, we're talking about the karmic dimension. How does bad breath come? All right, every time we hear something, oh, he stinks, okay, his mouth stinks. Did he just eat something? No, he didn't eat something. Or is it that he has some disease in his liver or his kidney or whatever internal organs there is? Possibly not, okay, but why does his mouth stink? then you go with the chewing gum, you go with the mint, you go with your goggles and everything. But these are only curing the symptoms. It does not cure the internal thing, the root cause of it, right? So the root cause, one of the root cause is actually lying, right? So if you are a clean eater, okay, I'm not talking about those that just eat a lot of meat or whatever, right? I'm talking about very clean eater, those who are very health conscious people, right? They eat salad, they eat every kind of good things out there, nourishing, cleansing, whatever you can name it. But even though their body is strong, their mouth stinks. Okay, so if you were to examine where it is, it cannot be cured by mints, it cannot be cured by chewing gum, it does not go away with your Listerine mouth gargle or anything. You can examine the words to see if this person is a habitual liar. Okay, because if they are not, their breath will not be bad. Okay, so they will have if let's say they are always speakers of truth. Over here it says fragrance of a blue lotus flower, so it even have a fragrance, a very nice fragrance. Okay, but if not, at least they are neutral, there is no bad breath, right? If let's say they start lying, then that is habitual liars, they have bad breath. Okay, but this is due to internal, after you have eliminated everything. Okay, like some people, they have not gone to the dentist to do any cleaning for a while, all the food residue and everything, that is also bad breath, but that is external, that is bodily. If you have done all those things that you're supposed to do and you still have bad breath, check back, have you been telling a lot of lies? Okay, so next one, the second benefit about they are trusted by all. Okay, trust is something that everyone wants. You want people to trust you, you have to be trustworthy. If let's say you promise people of something and it is a lie, you promise that you can, after the person do this, they can actually get this, but you couldn't fulfill, that is a lie. If you give promises and you couldn't do them, that is also a lie. A lie is when you actually give somebody some kind of something to look forward to, okay, but you couldn't fulfill it, right? So which is why we say don't give empty promises. Okay, if you give empty promises and you couldn't deliver, you over promise but under deliver, that is a lie, because you are not able to do it, then that is a lie. I don't lie because I don't like to be cheated upon. I don't like people to give me empty promises. I don't like people to do whatever it takes and then blackmail me for my honesty. I don't like that either. So I can give promise, but it is with conditions, okay? It is never without conditions, and those conditions that I set are based on the karmic conditions of that person that I promised to. For example, I may promise, let's say, I give a promise that to somebody, if let's say you have any disasters, if you have any situation where overnight you are super rich and you become a beggar, I will take you in. Okay, this promise is not a lie, but it comes with conditions. First condition is that if this person is worthy of helping, okay, the karma is not as strong as what my promise is. Okay, let's say for example, it was just something like this person was cheated of money, okay, not of their own doing, right? They are also a victim of being cheated. Then I can help. All right, I'm not sure how I can help, but if let's say it is something that is within my means, within my karmic powers, then I will help. As long as this person, in the whole process of it, I help this person is honest to me all the time. But if this person is deceitful, I shouldn't be able to help. It's not that I don't want to help. If it is possible, I want everybody to have a good life, right? To have peace, to have harmony, to be able to live a good life, to be able to, go through life with great happiness, joyous prosperity. But if, let's say, it is something that is not within my powers, something that is karmic based, right? Everything is karmic based, but how strong the karma is, and whether this person is able to receive my help, okay? Because remember, everything is a seed, right? If you previously didn't plant the seed, you can't reap the fruit. Like for example, there are some people that ask me to help. I wish to help. It's not that I don't wish to help. But if previously when I need help, I ask somebody to help, the person does not help me, there is no seed, right? The seed wasn't planted. So I'm not able to help this person. So not understanding the karma of it, now I promise, but it is within my means, okay? I promise, but it is within the powers of the karma to fulfill it. But I don't make empty promises, all right? Because in time, I'm talking about many lifetimes. In time, I shall identify these people again, those that I promised to, and I will fulfill these promises, right? In different ways. In ways that when they really needed help. If let's say it is just for this worldly existence, I will still help if it is within my karmic powers, but I cannot help this person because right now this person still wants to stay rooted in these 6 realms of existence. This is something that I cannot be helping. But for those of you who are watching this video, possible that in my past life I have promised you when I become a Buddha or when I come in close contact with good Dhamma, I will be able to share it with you. And by your listening to this, I want to make this promise to you today that one day when I become a Buddha, you will be one of the people that I will come and share enlightenment with, okay? Share the knowledge to help you gain your enlightenment. Unless you become enlightened earlier than I am, then I cannot be teaching you, right? But I will fulfill this promise, not this lifetime, but in the lifetime when you are ready, or when I'm ready, when the karmic situation are all ready. Okay, this is the promise that I'll definitely keep. Okay, number 3, what they say will be used as reference or evidence and respected and loved by both human and celestial beings. Okay, these days it is hard to find somebody that is loved by all humans. Okay, because a lot of humans, they have a lot of jealousy, they have a lot of greed, a lot of anger, a lot of dissatisfaction, right? Well, what's there to be angry about? What's there to be jealous about? What's there to be greedy about, right? If you understand karma, you don't get jealous about the other person's wealth. You don't get jealous about the other person's prosperity. You understand that this person would have done something in the past life to deserve what he gets today. Like for example, today you see some people, okay, they're lazy, they don't do much work, but still they are given promotions, and you figure out that they are actually apple polishing these people, right? The bosses, apple polishing the bosses, and they don't do anything every day. So what gives them this fortune? First, the fortune of a past life. They probably have done something to help these bosses today, right? In the past life, so that they owe him something. And this life they meet, and these bosses, despite his incompetence, is actually paying back to this person. Okay, paying back in terms of wealth, in terms of everything. They just help him right, to get through whatever nonsense that he was doing. But bear in mind, this is actually him just enjoying the fruits of his past karma. But if this life he does not continue his good deeds of the past life, next life he will not get such good fortune anymore. Okay, this is how karma works. It is a continuous loop, okay, continuous cycle. You can help people, okay, or you can harm people. But if you are capable of harming other people today, it means that in the past life they would have done something harmful to you too. But this life, you harm them back. You planted the seed, the opportunity for them to harm you again in the next life. So if you are wise, you have the wisdom, you stop it right there. They harm you, you stop. You don't do anything. Or you do something so that they will stop harming you, and you don't have to really go harm them or anything. You just want to put it to a total stop. Okay? So once you stop that, you, without any thought, without any desire to cause further harm to this person, you cut the karmic ties. You stop this situation. In other words, you cut the cycle. Once the cycle is broken, it is no longer round. It won't continue to be a cycle. That's good, right? Then they can't harm you, you won't harm them. Next life, you probably won't even meet each other. That is just wonderful, you know. But if let's say somebody harms me, right? I don't harm this person. I stop this person from harming me. And I don't want to revenge against this person. I just want it to come to a total stop. Even if it means that time this person stop, you don't come near me. Okay, I'm not going to do anything to you, but you stop your nonsense. And next life, I meet you again, right? I didn't do anything to you. Next life, I meet you again. You want to take revenge with me. You owe me something. And next life, I'm going to make you listen to me, listen to my Dhamma talk, and get enlightened, so that you'll be ashamed of yourself. You say sorry, and you turn over a new leaf. You become a Buddha. Okay, and then we'll all be happy. No more nonsense, no more arguments, no more fights. That is so peaceful. Correct? Okay, so they are respected and loved by both human and celestial beings. So when you talk the truth, the celestial beings up there will actually be applauding you. Okay, because regardless of situation, truth is the hardest to talk. It's easy to talk lies. In fact, it's easy to think up of stories. Human beings are just so creative. You can think of one story to cover for another and another and another and another and create a whole thread. You know, now social media has this thing called continuous thread. You just have one post and then you continue. It's an entire thread. Your lives are also the same. You start one lie, you have to continue right up to the day you die. Unless somebody just expose you and then it's put a stop to the lie. But a lot of people, even though they put a stop to the lie, their ego is too strong. They want to continue with the lie and they come up with something else to cover up for that lie. Why not just admit? People are so busy, right? When people are busy, especially people are busy with their own self. They don't care about other people actually. They just want to gossip. But they only care for themselves. You, with your ego, with your thick skin, you think that people are looking at you. Therefore, you want to continue with the lie. In the end, you don't harm them. You harm yourself. Why go and do something so dumb, you know? Don't do something so dumb. Your own future, you determine it. Don't let other people's views determine your future. Okay? Somebody was telling me that a lot of very, very ultra rich people pay the media so that they don't expose like how much wealth they have. I think that's a wise move, you know. You just shut them off. They want money, you give them the money, you shut them off. Then you don't need to live a life in public eye. You can do whatever you want. You can just live your life whichever way you want. You don't even need to have any videos to explain yourself about your actions. You don't need to explain why you make certain decisions. But now, no. Everybody just want to, flaunt, show off. And then, is that really how their life is? In the end, you see, there's so many influencers. They rent the cars. They rent the studio. Those things don't belong to them. They just go to the shop, take a photo and say, my new bag, branded, yes, but they didn't buy it. They didn't spend a dime on it. And if they were to show it off to you, and then after that, they probably go to some online to buy some replicas, okay? So all these replicas nowadays, they do it really good with the AAA grade and stuff like this, that I can't even tell which ones are the real ones or which ones are the fake ones. So I've stopped buying altogether. That's another story, okay? But anyway, if you live a life of truth, especially in this era where superficial is too important, you are praised by the celestial beings, okay? You're not afraid to admit. Why would you want to be afraid to admit that, you can't live the life of like a millionaire or billionaire or gazillionaire for all I care, right? You just live your life. You don't have to pretend to be anybody. So with this honesty, you humble yourself. The celestial being cheer for you. Okay? So that is number 3. Number 4, they always comfort others with warm, supportive, and loving words. Okay. This one is if, let's say, we're talking about those who are honest, those who don't lie. Okay? The words come automatically to them. It is not something like, some nowadays, if you were to look at those medias, YouTube, what are the 5, it's like something like the 5 sentences that will show you have empathy. Okay, or the keywords, the 5 keywords that will make you an outstanding employee. No, nothing like this. The words come naturally, the words come supportive. They tell the truth, okay? Even if the truth is ugly, but they are able to talk it in a way that it brings the truth to the people who was listening to it, but it also comforts the person. Like for example, there are many people who may have lost a lot of money in investment, okay? There is no point in telling them that, no, you can do it again, let's try it again, this is just a streak of bad luck, and then in your mind you think, yeah, right, fact chance, you can't even do analytics, you can't even time the market properly, you can't even understand numbers. Okay? So instead of lying, you can tell the truth to this person. If you do not have much luck in all this investment, in all this, trading and things like this, why not try something else? Do something that is much better. In the long run, you will benefit better than if you have gone into that field that you're not familiar with. Okay? That kind of truth, it may slap, okay? It may be hurtful to come to a realization, but it is not a rude awakening. At the end of the day, this person benefits and you have fulfilled your duties as a good friend, so that your friend don't get misled by you. They won't go into some stupid actions, especially if this person is a very good friend. If you are a very good friend, you want your friend to have it good, right? You don't want to harm your friend, right? You won't want to even think of telling a lie so that it just makes your friend happy. You can't do that, correct? Number 5, they achieve excellent bliss of mind and their actions, speech, and thoughts are pure. So, just like the example just now, you have that bliss of mind. You gave the best advice to your friend according to the truth. Then you can sleep in peace, right? It does not matter if, let's say, your friend is so adamant that they don't want to listen to you. It's okay. You have done your best and you know what is best. So when one day your friend had a rude awakening, be there for your friend, okay? Because you're blameless. You can sleep well, right? And then when your friend wakes up to reality one day, he comes back to you, he's still your friend, okay? And he listens to your advice and he rebuilds his wealth in other ways instead of going into trading, okay? So with this, then it becomes something that is, I will say it is a happy ending for everybody. You get your peace, you get your bliss, and then they also will lead a faultless life, you know. So their actions, speech, and thoughts are pure. There is no thought of harming other people. There is no words to harm other people. Right? Their actions will also not harm other people. Okay, it is a correlation. You start with the mind of not wanting to harm anybody. Your actions and your speech follows that it will not harm. But if, let's say, you need to start with your speech, you need to start with your actions to control yourself to stop, right? And eventually leading to your enlightenment of not harming people, that is a more tedious process. So if you were to correct your mind first, all right, which we will go into in the next part of it, okay? Now we're talking about the speech. We have talked about the actions, so now we're talking about speech, and then the last 3 is all about the mind. Okay, so when you control your mind, you control your thoughts, you control your actions, they are pure. You lead a blissful life, you lead a faultless life. Happy, right? You sleep well at night, you don't go into insomnia. Okay, next one. Their speech is faultless and their mind is always joyful. Okay, you tell the truth. You don't need to be thinking, scrutinizing your own thoughts. What kind of next lie that I can create to make this one believable? You don't need to waste your mind with that kind of nonsense. So when your speech is real, talk, done deal, right? You can just leave it there, and then you get to live the next part of your life. That is what makes it joyful. Being at this moment, this very moment, is joyful. Being at this present is joyful, right? They always say, like now you see all the social media, they always say the present is the best, because so that's why it's called the present. It's a gift. The present is a gift. That's why it's called a present. So if you want to say the present, get rid of all those lies. Okay? You don't create speeches that will lead you to the need to think of some more in your daily life. You don't need to waste that kind of energy. You should live this moment, enjoy this moment, and then you can think of a lot of very joyful things. You can just enjoy life. Okay? Next one. Their speech are respected and abided by both human and celestial beings. They tell the truth. They have the speech authority. Okay? Whatever they say, they will be abided by humans and also celestial beings. So people obey them, even celestial beings obey them. Don't you want celestial beings to obey you? They are supposed to be higher than you. But if you tell lies, they won't obey you, because they know what is real and what is not real. So if you tell the truth, they know that you're telling the truth, they obey you. Okay? Next, the wisdom of eloquence is excellent and cannot be subdued. 大智慧速生. Okay, so they will have, if they don't tell lies, they don't make others believe in something ridiculous, their wisdom grows. And this wisdom will actually become stronger and stronger the more you tell the truth. Okay, when you tell the truth, you are helping people to be enlightened. Okay, it's not the truth in social media today, you know, it's not that kind of, just that kind of truth, because in that kind of truth there's always a lie as well. Okay, you can be telling the truth about a political situation, right? But is it like 100%? You can't tell, because you cannot see what happened in the past life. If you have to tell the truth about economic situation, is it the truth? Alright, even if you were to make like financial predictions, okay, financial analytics, you said numbers don't lie, but are you sure that numbers don't lie? Ask your tax accountant, can numbers lie? Okay, I'm not going to elaborate into that because I believe that there are indeed honest tax accountants. But at least I'm not a tax accountant and I don't run my taxes. Okay, I don't find ways to cheat on my taxes. I'm honest in my taxes. So I don't need to worry about, you know, nowadays there's a lot about these scam calls. Calling say that we are from the Inland Revenue Department and we found that you have violated blah 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 blah. When I heard these things, I know for sure that I never violated my taxes. I never find ways to cheat my taxes. I pay them full. In fact, I pay them more than what they have in the numbers, right? So I don't do all these things. When such scam calls call me, I will tell them, go ahead and charge me if you can. So these scam calls are the liars. Alright, so these are the 8 benefits of not lying, okay, telling the truth. So if they dedicate their merits and virtues to the unsurpassed supreme perfect enlightenment, when later they become Buddhas, they will possess the true speech of a Buddha. Okay, the true speech of a Buddha is not just like the speech that you hear from us day in and day out. It's not even like that. It is way far more supreme. It is way far more, I will say that if you are to look at the Dhammas that we are sharing, right, that is the kind of truth, the speech of the Buddha. He speaks of those that are able to lead us to enlightenment. So this is what the speech of Buddha is, okay, and more. For all human beings amongst bodily, verbal, and mental karmas, the most common mistake one easily commits is the wrong speech. Why is wrong speech the easiest to commit? Because people have ego. Okay, you will try to lie your way out of trouble. Okay, human beings are endowed with brains, so very creative, and there is also a tendency of, you know, saying things and then pretending that it is creative, and in the creativity you may lie. White lies that we spoke of earlier, never say them again. Okay, creative things that you use to mislead people into purchasing something, especially those in the advertising media, okay, media advertising industry. Don't do that again. Okay, I studied media. In fact, I studied movie production. Why didn't I venture into movie production? You can say that, oh, she didn't have the luck to go into movie production, but it's not just that. I don't have the luck to venture into movie production. But if you were to look at a lot of movies today, when we studied about movies, they tell us that scripts don't happen if they cannot come through in real life. Okay, but there are a lot of things that people have done, like for example, if you were to look at those family feud kind of movies today, Okay, you look at all those like criminal movies nowadays, a lot of the horror movies nowadays, you know, there is a lot of lie inside. You can't go teach people how to be deceitful. No, not that way. So I am actually blessed. If you say that I don't have the luck to go into that industry, I am actually blessed to not go into that kind of industry, and I'll keep it that way, right? It comes to the point where if let's say you go on a path like mine, it will come to a point where no matter how you try, you won't be able to do something. You're not capable of doing something that will break the karma. Okay, that will break into a negative karma. You can't, you just can't. So I'm blessed that I won't even be able to commit such a sin. There was a point, okay, there was a point when Master had said before, those of great wealth are the ones who are most capable of creating the worst karma. If we were to look at the geopolitical condition of today, those who have the means, all right, the karmic means, like for example, they are country leaders or they have immense wealth, they are the ones who are capable of committing hideous sins that will bring them to hell. So I'm glad that I don't go into that. I'm happy with my life now, right? And I am certainly glad that I'm given the opportunity to actually share Dhamma talks through the invention of YouTube, through the invention of social media, but I will not indulge in them. I will just share whatever I'm able to. Okay, based on my understanding, my whichever that I learned, I will just share. Okay, so Buddha says to be reborn into human form is unbelievably rare, not to mention the chance to hear about Buddhism. We should therefore preserve our good fortune and kindness and genuinely learn and practice Buddhism when we still have the opportunity. Being reborn as human beings in this life, at this current life, we are at the best situation for us to learn Buddhism and to elevate ourselves, hopefully to become a Buddha. And my sharing with you today, as I've said, I don't expect a huge audience, but those of you who are watching this video, who are listening to my talks and who are going through the playlist, you have come in contact with Buddhism. I am speaking in terms of Pure Land Buddhism, right? And I am sharing how to become a Buddha, because in my sharing, I also elevate myself and I want to be able to become a Buddha within this lifetime. This is my wish. And I wish that you will also wish for the same, so that we can all meet in the Pure Land of Amitabha. Okay, and then with our newfound wisdom, we go and help all the others who are suffering right now. You and I are suffering in this samsara. Okay, samsara is this present world. Okay, it is you need to work, you need to do so many things, you need to toil, you need to have all this sorrow, you need to have all these worries. So it is a worrisome state. Okay, it is not the best conducive state of being alive. So I hope that my sharing, okay, will dedicate all my merits to sharing, so that everybody, every single being, whether humans, animals, microbes even, okay, it goes all the way, those that we can see, those that we cannot see, spiritual world, celestial world, whichever world. As long as I'm able to share the Dhamma with you, I want to share the merit of this Dhamma to all beings, regardless of who you are. Okay, whether you take me as a friend, whether you take me as an enemy, and I want this merit shared with all of you, so that you too will become a Buddha one day. Okay, Thank you very much for watching. We will continue again the next time. Bye bye.